going on, everybody? Tyler Goes back again with another video for you guys. This week is the third installment of the essential health tips for older adults. And basically this week, guys, I'm going to go over a vitamin that is very essential, very important. A lot of issues as you get older, or a lot of different processes in the body can basically inhibit you from getting the proper amount of this vitamin. So this week we're going to go over vitamin B12. That is the essential health tip video emphasis. So basically, first off, I want to say thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate all the support. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook, please do so. Please like the page, show your support. I also put videos on there about workouts, different places that my boot camp go, and different workouts for personal trainers that you guys can add into your client's exercise program as well. Not to mention on Instagram, kind of the same kind of content, a lot of exercise, some nutrition, and different events that I have going on for the boot camp. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram. If you're already following me on Instagram, already like the Facebook page, already subscribed to this YouTube channel, thank you very much. So guys, basically, this week, like I said, we're going to go over vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 is very, very, very important. As far as vitamin B12, it's very essential for basically blood cell formation. It adds in a little bit of DNA synthesis, a lot of different processes, a lot of different substrates. So you need vitamin B12, and it's essential because it's basically the precursor for a lot of these processes. It basically is a cofactor of methionine, which is an amino acid, which is the top of the stream for a lot of different things such as DNA, RNA, breaking down fats, breaking down lipids. A lot of that really important stuff that we need, guys. It's the basis of who we are, our DNA, and then breaking down those macronutrients. So, not to mention, it's a big issue with older adults because they have a lot of gastric issues. I mean, I know several adults that take folate or folic acid to help their digestion. Now, with these issues, you can get things, I believe it's some form of anemia, pernicious anemia. Sorry if I messed that whole saying up. But basically, what it is, guys, is you have a deficit of red blood cells because you don't have what's called intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is basically the protein that's in our hydrochloric acid that our stomach basically secretes when we fill up our stomach and it's trying to break down the food. So we're trying to break this down through a chemical process, but the big carrier in the parietal cells in our stomach are not present. So basically we're breaking down all this B12, which is in our food, but we're unable to take it in. So that leads to a deficit, could lead to some anemia. Anemia is not good in any sense of the word. It's going to cause a lot of things, but the main issue that you're seeing is weakness, and weakness in older adults. And you see that catabolism. So you're not having as much energy to perform your daily tasks, especially not to build muscle. So anything where you're lacking the oxygen that you need in your blood, i.e. the red blood cells, that's not good. So basically, guys, that's one of the issues. That's not as prevalent. There's one called atrophic gastritis, I believe. And basically that is where you're just not producing as much of the hydrochloric acid. And essentially, the same thing. You're just not able to break down the B12. And that's going to cause a lot of issues. That affects a lot of older adults. About 10 to 30% of the population are affected by this. So you can see a lot of issues with lacking B12, mainly the weakness aspect due to lack of oxygenation in red blood cells and hemoglobin. So, which if you guys don't know, carry the oxygen in the blood. So basically, what you can do is supplement with this, guys. There's a lot of different ways. You can supplement through taking, obviously, a vitamin or, taking specific vitamin B12. The mineral in vitamin B12 is cobalt. So these are cobalamines. So you'll find the active B12 in your body is methylcobalamin. So if you see that on the back of the B12, it's active. Your body can use it right away. Now, basically, what's going to happen is you can take this, but you want to get 2.4 micrograms. It's a recommended daily intake. Obviously, if you're low, you want to take a little bit more than that. But you can get it from several different foods. A lot of protein. B12 is bound to the proteins in the food that we eat, mostly. And so what you're going to have is a lot of clams. You're going to have a lot of just fish, seafood in general. A lot of the beef, chicken, a lot of these meats that are going to be containing the vitamin B12. That's what you're going to want to have. Now, if you're older and you can't really take in so much food, so much of that hefty protein, or you are a vegetarian, or you are a vegan, or you just don't like to eat red meats and you get sick of eating seafood all the time, what you can do is basically get fortified cereals. Now, fortified cereals contain the proper amount of B12, among other things. Now, I don't really promote eating cereal to my clients because a lot of cereals just have tons of sugar. You get sugary cocoa buns and cereals that have the good proper amounts of minerals and vitamins in them, but at the same time they piggyback off of sugar, artificial sweeteners. But if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. So what you can do is eat these foods, and they have fortified vitamin B12 in there. So that way your body doesn't really need to break down the B12 from the proteins that you're eating. So it's just right there, and the intrinsic factor can just soak that right in, and you can use it right away. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get your vitamin B12 in. But as far as signs and symptoms, like I said, the anemia, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna feel weak, you might be pale, might be dizzy. A red tongue is another sign and symptom. It's also gonna affect a lot of endurance in your workouts. That's gonna be the main thing for younger folks, and it's really gonna affect the prolonged energy that you're going to have in your workouts, because you're not going to have the amount of oxygen that you need, so you're going to break down a lot quicker. Now, guys, this is something that obviously is one of many things you could do. You could obviously say that maybe folate or something that helps break down your food sources is something more important, but this is what I chose because it affects oxygen, guys. Oxygen intake is important. You got to breathe slowly. You got to get in the amount of oxygen that you need, because else you're not going to be able to perform the right kind of activity. You're not going to have the energy, you're not going to have the building blocks for the processes that you need to perform as a normal human being, let alone take your exercise and fitness level to a different state. So that's it, guys. Vitamin B12, very essential. Like I said, get it from a lot of different protein sources, helps get the oxygen in your blood to the tissues, and it's really going to help you perform better, feel better, and look better. So once again, guys, I appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate you with all the support, the new subscriptions, the likes and follows on Instagram and Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram at Guzzle Fitness. You can follow me on Facebook, Guzzle Fitness Systems. Obviously, here you found the YouTube page. Go to my website at www.guzzlefitness.com. You can email me with any questions you may have, info@guzzlefitness.com. Obviously, call me, text me if you guys have that kind of information available, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But anyways, guys, that's what it is, vitamin B12. Get it in. I'll see you guys next week.